Howdy folks, high value DMD. Don't just give me your subscription, but please let me earn it. Let me earn your like and let me earn your comment. So after work, I went to the gym and I put 2 wheels on the bench press. I'm trying to get my strength back. And I started thinking about retard maxing and why I'm not good at retard maxing. I'm not good at it. It's not for me. First I'll tell you, retard maxing is essentially not thinking too much, not thinking about things, just going through life, like flowing, being in your flow state all the time and just letting things happen. And usually, like, you're more successful when you retard max. At least that's the theory. And at times, I have felt it necessary to channel that energy in a way. Because I do like stress about things. I overthink things sometimes. And sometimes I get in front of myself. And I make things harder for myself than they really are. And so I understand the value in retard maxing. But I think that there are some people out there that they think that retard maxing is literally going to propel them everywhere in life. Like that is their 100%, like that's their wavelength 100% of the time, every time, all the time. Just retard maxing, no thoughts going through here. Like there's this dude on YouTube, his name's Elisha Long, I think his name is. And that's his thing, man. That's his channel. That's, retard maxing. And his channel is doing great. He has tons of views. He obviously is like pretty shredded. He goes to the gym a lot. And that's his thing, man. But I'm thinking I'd be lying to you if retard maxing is literally the answer to everything, man. Because the fact of it is I have a wife at home that I have to take care of. I'd like to bring kids into this world one day. There's bad guys out here beyond these little walls. I live in El Paso. I see the border. There's bad guys out here that want to do myself harm, my wife harm, and I need to do something about that. So I can't retard max and not think about that. I carry a pistol everywhere I go, ready to put a bullet into somebody's chest. I have to be able to go to work every day and put in a hard work, man. Bend over my patients and look in their mouth, crane my neck, crane my back, frick my back up, frick my hands up, and cut on teeth and extract teeth or whatever to make a living, to bring home to my wife in order to make her happy. Not that she's high maintenance, but, dude, I have responsibilities, man. I'm wanting to go to oral maxillofacial surgery residency. Like, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I can't say that I subscribe to the retard maxing ethos. If I'm going to be a surgeon, dude, do you want a surgeon just like retard maxing? Like, oh, you got a mandibular fracture. Oh, you got a condyle fracture. Oh, let me just not think too much. Let me put your prosthetic condyle in there, like a total joint replacement. If I'm going to put you under with medications, I need to know what Precedex is, what Valium is, what, hydrocodone, the mechanism, like what propofol is. Like I'm labeling all these different medications, right? And the mechanisms behind them, how they act in your cells, dude. And that's why you're going to pay me the big bucks to take your teeth out, or maybe your kids' wisdom teeth out, put them to sleep, bring them back to life, and do it all safely. You're not going to pay a retard maxer to do that. So I'm not good at retard maxing. That's not my thing, dude. That's not my thing. And trust me, I could come on here and I could be a chucklehead, and there's a couple times where, I've channeled the whole chuckleheaded energy and hopefully made a couple of you guys laugh. I know my friends laugh at me. Typically they consider me a funny guy, but yeah, dude, like, if you're a young guy watching this and it's like, all right, I'm freaking weak, I'm out of shape, I can't run a mile, I can't even bench press 135, I can't squat worth a dang, I don't even know how to do a deadlift. If that's you, and you're also, I work at Blockbuster. Dude, I'm just kidding. I know Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore. Okay, I work at freaking Chick-fil-A or I don't know, some gas station and you make $8 an hour, you live with your parents and you're 28 years old, dude, like, you're going to have to use your brain power. You're going to have to allow some thoughts to go through your skull to get anywhere, dude. This economy sucks, man. Like, you see how many, like, facets of life I'm hitting on? I'm hitting on relationships. I'm hitting on, like, physical appearance, physical fitness and prowess. I'm hitting on health. I'm hitting on the economy and careers and really respect for yourself and how people see you. And you're not going to get any of those things retard maxing. You're not. Like, you at least have to start out in my opinion, you have to start out with the mindset of like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. And I haven't accomplished like a 16th of what those men have accomplished in their life so far. But I have literally, like, my whole young adult life, I have really been pissed off, and I've allowed that fuel that's been my fuel, dude. People who have doubted me, people who have like spited me. That has really propelled me to where I'm at, dude. I've allowed those thoughts to stay in here to make me have a chip on my shoulder, dude, to prove something. To get out there and do something with my life, man. I didn't want to be an incel. I didn't want to be making $22,000 a year. I didn't want to be flabby, like sleeping in my parents' house, dude. I didn't want to be a loser. I don't want to drive this minivan the rest of my life. I want to freaking drive a Z71 Suburban or Silverado, and I want to have 1,000, 2,000 acres in Texas. And, dude, I want to be a bad mother freaker. Like, that's all there is to it. So I know all those things. I have to think, and I have to use my thoughts in order to accomplish those things. And I didn't even touch on, like, really religion, like where you stand in the world, where your place is with God, your relationship with God. Like, you have to sit back and ponder things and think about why we're here and how the world came to be, and morality, and, you know, how we interact with our neighbors, and there's another thing, like who you are as a person, your ethnicity, your race, your nationality, and where you fit in on the global stage, and when you travel, how you're going to interact with other people, how other people view you. Like, do you see how the neurons in my brain are just like firing off? And you're not, dude, you're going to, I was about to say, you're going to be a freaking retard if you retard max, okay? But, like, just consider what I'm telling you, because I don't believe, like, there's any person that's really made a mark in history that's retard maxed. I think that's maybe a state that you can dip into at times. You can have your reservoir of retard max right here. You can have your retard maxing close to you that you can pull out in times of stress in order to not take things too seriously, right? You got to have that. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. You got to be able to laugh at situations. And I do that. I do cope with stress like that. I do that. But there's a time to put it in the closet. There's a time to keep that on the shelf. And, dude, you got to... That's just not a state that you can be in all the time, in my opinion. You can't. Maybe 15%, maybe. But that's not how I got here. I'll say that. That's not how I got here. I didn't get to be a dentist. I didn't get accepted into oral and maxillofacial surgery training by retard maxing. That's all there is to it. And with that, I will leave you, compadres. I hope I earned your subscription. I hope I earned your like, and I hope I earned your comment. Let me know what you think below. Are you a retard? Do you retard max? Are you about that ethos, or are you about something else, man? Do you think a lot? Do you overthink? Until next time.